I want to say for years, I haven't gone to church. I don't believe in church. So if you're one of those Christians and you feel like you don't want to follow this channel because what would you call someone like me, an atheist? Then you're more than welcome to cancel your subscription from this channel because I don't really care. I haven't drank that Kool-Aid as yet as far as being a Christian, believing in church, believing in the Almighty Christ and God that doesn't exist, because I've never seen them. So if you come over to this channel and think that there's some godly stuff going over here, it's definitely not. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any kind of religion whatsoever. What I do know is that religion have caused a lot of people to lose their lives and have died behind religion. I believe in karma. I believe in the universe. I believe in nature. I believe in energy. I also believe in the Big Bang Theory, and I also believe that everything is scientific. So I don't believe in a fictitious God. I grew up with my grandmother until I was about 7 years old. And my grandmother was a Christian ever since she was 13 years old. My grandmother died. She was a couple months away from being 100 years old. So from 13 all the way to almost 100 years old, my grandmother lived a Christian life. So that's about 80 something years old that she actually lived a Christian life. And two things that my grandmother did during her Christian journey, as you would call it. She always paid an offering every week, and she always paid her tithes. So the church was always getting these two things from her, offerings and tithes. And I sit back to this day and I think to myself, oh my God, of all these 80 years that my grandmother spent paying offerings and tithes, and if she had taken that money and invested it or even saved it, we would have been a wealthy family to this day. Not only did my grandmother take this money and pay offering and tithes for about 80 years, I had a retarded uncle. And my retarded uncle ended up being trained by her because he never left home. He wasn't capable of being on his own. She took care of him. And she trained him the same way she was to pay offering and tithes. And so when she died, she left him behind doing the same thing that she did, which is almost like a legacy. So imagine if she had 20 more children like that she was able to train like that. She would have a small army of children paying offerings and tithes, giving away everything that they have actually worked for to a church. When my grandmother died, I can't remember this church even giving her a bouquet of flowers. They actually charged her or charged the family to perform the services, the church services for her burial. This church gave her nothing. But what I realize about Christians is they're a scared set of people. And I'll tell you why I think that they're scared. They're scared because every day that they wake up, they preach doom and gloom. Not only do they preach doom and gloom, but they also ask for eternal life. There is no eternal life. You come on this earth, you do your time, and then it's time for you to leave. There is no eternal life. There is no, I'm going to die and resurrect and be in the Garden of Eden, or I'm going to go to hell, or none of that nonsense. You're going to come to earth. You're going to do your time. You're going to die just like everybody else. And remember that there's no eternal life, not for anyone. When you pass on and you're gone, the only thing that's left of you is your energy that you left behind, where people could say, oh, I remember her, she was like this. Or I remember her, she was like that. Or he was like this. Or they were like that. That's the only thing that's left behind. Your memories that someone else has of you, and that energy that resonate that you left behind. There's nothing that leaves behind. You go 6 feet under into a box, or you get cremated, depending on what your family member decide to do with you. So what part of that reincarnates? Or the only reincarnation that I see going on, if there should be a reincarnation, would be if someone passes along and a replica of them is born again. Someone within their same, that looks just like them, that has the same personality as them, that lives again for another 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. That's the only thing I can imagine. I've seen people that said, oh, I have an auntie look just like you, or oh, you talk like such and such a person, or you sound like Whoopi Goldberg, or you look like Queen Latifah, or stuff like that. I've had people say that about me over the years. So there's different parts of me that are into other people, or there's parts of other people that's in me. But I don't really see anybody dying and coming back. Not like that. So these Christians are actually afraid of dying. And not only are they afraid of dying, they've drugged other people into their Christian world, praying for everlasting life. These people too are afraid of dying. Dying is inevitable. You cannot not die. You will die. And then some of them are like, oh, you had a early death, or you shouldn't have died yet. I just want the world to know that you die when it's your time to die. You come on this earth to serve a purpose. And once you served whatever it is that you're serving, or what you came here for, it's your time to go. So don't think that someone died early and they shouldn't have died yet, or this shouldn't have happened. It's your time to go. When it's your time to go, it's just your time to go. Some people come on this earth for a minute, a second, an hour, months, years, days, you know. So if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I've heard of planes crashing and people dying and one survive. It's just not their time to go. So people are gonna die, and there's no way to stop that. Once you come here and you've done what you're supposed to do, it's time to go. And you will meet people along the way that's here for a certain purpose, to even take another person's life for whatever reason. And you have people who die who are supposed to go early, because if they don't go early, you don't know what their destination is in the future. You don't know what they're destined to do moving forward. You don't know what the impact of them being born would have been if their life wasn't taken away. So this is a funny world, and no one knows everything about this world. So you want to live every day as best as you can, serving each other, serving other people, being helpful to other people. You don't know what their cause is. You don't know what they're here for. You don't know the impact that they're going to have on your life. But to say, I'm going to live my life as a Christian, I have enough Christianity in me to know that I have to be nice to people and live good amongst people. I don't need a church to tell me this. I don't need to go to a church to give them tithes and offerings for them to make me believe that I'm some good person. I know I'm good within myself. I don't need that. I don't need to. By the way, when did God ever need money? Look at all these churches. Look at Paula White. Now, Paula White happens to be one of my favorite persons. Not because she's a Christian. Like I tell you, I couldn't give two shits about Christianity. But Paula White, to me, is a motivational speaker. So yeah, I listen to her. I don't listen to her for her Christian bullshit, because Paula White is all about money. She's a money maker. She's a money maker. And that's what she's there for, to make money. That's it. And that's all Paula White cares about. And Paula White will be MAGA, and Paula White will do everything that she has to do to make sure that money comes in, because she was a poor white girl and she don't want to go back being poor. So I've listened to Paula White. I've even gone to one of Paula White's conventions, because to me, she's a motivational speaker. But when I've gone to the conventions and they say, oh, give $1,000 because you'll get that back, I don't give shit. They don't get $1 out of me. I go there only to hear her say, don't let your past determine what your future should be. That's why I go. And when she stomp around on the stage, which is so theatrical to me, I laugh, because I hear the message for what it is, not for the other bullshit to where, okay, I'm giving you this message, but give me $1,000, throw $1,000 in an offering, or donate $1,000 to my cause. She has no cause. The only cause Paula White has is to stay rich and wealthy so she don't be a poor white girl no more. That's it. That's the only cause she has. You understand? So, no, I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in none of this bullshit. You understand? And if you're over here thinking that I'm a Christian, I'm far from it. Because I've done enough research to also realize that this Christianity shit was made up, was brought to even some of these third world countries during slavery time to suppress and to hold down these black people, to make them listen to their masters so they won't rebel. I've seen it in writing because I've done a lot of genealogy research. So I've seen it all in writing. So this bullshit about Christianity and church and all it is just a bunch of scared people who don't want to die. And they get up every day and preach doom and gloom. Oh, you're going to hell. You're going to this. Oh, please, save it. Save the energy and use that energy and do something good. Do something good for mankind. Do something good for mankind. Especially these cults like this Catholic cult, this Jehovah's Witness cult, this Seventh-day Adventist cult. They're all cults. They're all cults. They're all cults that you have to pay into every week. Give them offerings, give them tithes, give them all of this. And at the end of the day, when you pass and gone, they don't give you shit. They couldn't care less about your family members, how they're going to survive after you've gone. Nothing. They don't give a shit. Remember me tell you that. You understand me? So save it. Save your money and do something good with it. Don't give it to the church, because the church prey on people like you, the vulnerables. The vulnerables, people who are vulnerable, people who are afraid to die, people who only see doom and gloom. Because that's all they get up and pray every day. Doom and gloom. That's it. When I see a Christian, I think doom and gloom. Like, share, follow. Tell me what you think. And if you're a Christian and I'm an atheist and you don't want to follow my channel, that's fine. I didn't need you over here anyway. Have a great day, guys.